So here we are going to learn about Redis List command. So Redis list are nothing but ordered collection of values. Okay, they work like linked list, allowing very fast operations at both the ends. So this list is going to allow you the duplicates, and it also preserves the insertion order here. So lists are commonly used for message queues, chat messages, activity streams. So these are some of the list commands which we will see in the Redis CLI: LPUSH, RPUSH, LPOP, RPOP, LTrim, LSET, LRANGE, and LLEN. So let us go to the Redis CLI and run these commands. Okay, to get started, what we can do is we can use something called RPUSH. So RPUSH is going to take a key. Let's say we're using a numbers here, and here we're going to push elements into that key, into that list. So here nums is a list. Let's say we are using something like 10, 20, 30, and 40. Okay, so we can see we have 4 elements pushed to the list. To check the list, to find out the number of elements or to see the list, we can use LRANGE. Okay, LRANGE, here you specify the key nums and you specify the start value. So here the index here would be, for 10 it would be 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we can also specify -1 as the last index here. So specify 0 and -1. You can see we have the list of elements here: 10, 20, 30, and 40. On similar lines, we can also push the elements to the left of the list using LPUSH. LPUSH nums. So let's say here we are pushing something like 2, 3, 4, and 5. So right now we have 8 elements. So let's see those elements using LRANGE. So LRANGE is going to take the name of the list, that is a key here, and start and stop value here. So if you see here, initially it was 10, 20, 30, and 40. After that we have pushed the elements like 2, 3, 4, and 5. So first went 2, then 3, then 4, and then 5. We can find the length of the list using LLength and specify the key. You can get that we have 8 elements in the list. Okay, so let's say we want to remove the elements. You can use something called, let's say, LPOP. So it is going to remove the elements from the left side of the list, that okay, from the starting point, let's say from here. So let's say we want to remove only a single element. You can just do LPOP and nums and find out the range here. You can see initially 5 was there, now 5 is no longer there. So this is going to remove a single element by default. Let's say you want to remove 2 elements from the nums, from the top 2. Okay, so it's going to remove 4 and 3 here. Let us see the list of all the elements. You can see here 4 and 3 is removed and remaining is 2, 10, 20, 30, and 40 here. On similar lines, you can also remove from the right hand side. Let's say I want to remove 2 elements from the right hand side. So here 30 and 40 are removed here. You can see we have only 2, 10, and 20 here. So similar, let's push few more elements to the right hand side of it. Let's say nums, and let's say we push 50, 60, and 70 here. So let us see the list of elements. So we have like this. So let's say we want only these elements like 10, 20, 50, and we want to remove all the other elements here. So what we can do here is, so we can specify something called as LTrim. Okay, so what it is going to do here is, it is going to take the starting element, which is here it is 1 index, so let's say 1, and stop we want to have till 50. So it is 0, 1, 2, and 3. So 3 here is inclusive. So from 1 to 3. So we want only these elements in the list, and we want to remove 2, we want to remove 60, and you want to remove 7. So we just want this element. So we're trimming the list here. So specify the index and stop also, which is inclusive. Okay, now let us see what are the elements right now. If you see, we have only 10, 20, and 50. On similar lines, let's say we want to update this element 50, that is 0, 1, and 2. So we have So for that we can use something like set, we can use nums, and we want to update the index, update the value 50 which is at index 0, 1 and 2. So we take that index 2, let's update it with 100. And we can see we get a value as, we have updated this 50 as 100 here. On similar lines, we can also get the index of that, get the value from the specific index. Let's say I want a value at index number 1 here, which is nothing but 20. So we can get back 20 as a value here. Okay, so this is going to give us all the elements at that specific index. And if we want to see all the key values here which have been set here, we can see all the key patterns value here. Sorry, all the keys, we have only set only the numbers here, so we can get only a single element here. And the LRANGE, which I've used for quite often here, we can use nums here, and we can specify the start element and the last element. And last element by default is -1, or let's say let's add few elements to demonstrate this. Let's say I have nums, let's say I have like 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay, and so 0 and -1. Sorry, it is not keys, it is nums. Okay, so if you can see here, so instead of counting the elements and specifying the last index, we can just specify here. So if I use LRANGE and nums here, and starting point is 0, or you can just specify any index for that matter. Let's say I'm using 1, 2, 3. So we're getting what are the elements present here: 20, 100 and 50. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we can specify it this way also. Like I can want from 0 to 6. It will give the same thing, and it is same as -1. Okay, so this is a different way we can just get the range of values within the list. And just go through all the commands which you have learned here, right? Starting from the RPUSH, getting the range of it, and also we can get the length of that specific list. We can pop the element. If you want to pop the element from the left hand side, a single element, we can use LPOP, and we can also use LRANGE definitely for seeing all the elements here. If you want to pop two elements from the left, or if you want to pop two elements from the right, we can use this. We're pushing those elements back here. Let's say we want to trim it. Okay, you want to just completely trim it. Let's for the given list, and we want only 10, 20. You can use specify the start and stop index here. If you want to set it, you have to update a value at a specific index. You can use lset here. We specify the index which you want to update with the updated value here. Similarly, we want to, let's say we want to get the value at a specific index. We can get it this way, and definitely range is going to give you the values based on what we specify at the start and the stop index here.